season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Allen. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown, L.A.
Hunter Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
For the extra point.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Bills nothing. Mike Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To the air. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And some room to work. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
Bills nothing. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Chargers.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Bills nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
That's good.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Allen's throw is complete, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and the Bills will move the chains. 21-0 our score after 1.
21, Bills nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
12-yard line.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 11-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time run right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Michael Badgley.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 7. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Allen will try again on second down. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now on is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Alert, alert, alert.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
3rd and long.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. On the option, here's Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.